Okay, real quick. So, a couple things about Module 6 that I noticed have been going on, and we'll bring that up. A couple mental notes, little reminders for you. When you're multiplying polynomials, I'll type multiplying and spell multiplying polynomials. Actually, we're going to expand that. We're going to expand that to multiplying and dividing by a monomial. All right, so a monomial is a single-term polynomial. When you multiply or divide, make sure you end up with the same number of terms. For example, 4x times 3x cubed squared plus 2x plus 2 maybe. All right, you're starting with 3 terms. Make sure you end with 3 terms. Same thing with division. I'll show you what it looks like. So if we have 8x squared y, 8x squared y minus 2x y squared plus 3xy divided by, let's say 4x squared. All right. Even though you're not going to end up with simplified terms in some of these cases, you're still going to end up with 3 terms, and you divide each one individually. So if we're going to show you to you, all right, it's going to be 8x squared y divided by 4x squared. Keep your sign, minus 2xy squared divided by 4x squared plus, and then the third term is 3xy divided by 4x squared. All right, each term when you're done. All right, so coefficients just treat like a regular math problem. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. The x squared, because they're exactly the same, we're going to cancel out. I got 2y minus. Now the 2 over 4, you should know that that's going to reduce down to 1 over half. The bigger x is in the denominator, so our final answer is going to have x in the denominator. But the bigger y is in the numerator because there is no y in the denominator. So y squared is going to stay up top. And then I'm going to have 2x in your denominator. So you can end up with denominators in this. They're not necessarily going to go in evenly. And then the 3/4 is going to stay exactly the same. All right, you got 3xy over 4x squared. So the 3y now is up top. And there's nothing to eliminate with that. And then the 4x is in the denominator. Okay, now these are considered unlike denominators. So if we did want to put those together, we could. But really, that doesn't make much sense because we've already done that with the 4x squared. All right. Other than that, a couple things to make you aware of. For example, if you're squaring a binomial, all right, remember that that is 12x plus 3 times 12x plus 3, not just the square of the 2 terms. So you're squaring the whole binomial. The good thing about these is you will end up with products that are the same. We're going to do 12x times 12x, which would be the first ones here and here. All right, I'm going to end up with 144x squared. Whether you're using C the distributable or FOIL, it's up to you. All right, when I do the 12x times the 3, all right, you're going to end up, oh, no, I got to get out of this. Okay. All right, you're going to end up with plus 36x. And then you'll notice the same thing here and here. When you do the 3 times the 12x, you end up with another 36x. All right, and then finally 3 times 3 is 9. So I absolutely agree. The first and the last terms are the squares of the terms, but you got to take care of the other terms in the middle. And when I'm done collecting like terms, I got the 144x squared, but I double the 36x to get 72x plus 9. All right, so keep that in mind when you're doing it. A couple other things when you're dealing with a rectangle. All right. All right, remember area is base times height, perimeter is 2b plus 2h. All right, in other words, when I look at this, all right, you're going to multiply your polynomials together. All right, so you're basically an example of this, especially if it's a square. Down here, you're going to multiply each dimension by 2 and then add them, so it is perhaps combining like terms. All right, and then the final thing that I saw a couple people were doing, if we have a triangle, all right, and we're finding the area, remember the triangle involves the fraction 1/2 when you do it. So it's just like a rectangle, except you're going to end up with the fraction 1/2. So make sure you take each of your terms and divide them by 2. All right, I hope that helps with the assignment, both that and the quiz. Reach out if you have any questions. Best of luck, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.